The first thing that popped into my head is that your necklace is too tight. Okay, bye.
You mean my necklace looks like I've got a triple chin now? A triple chin?
Do you say my necklace is too tight?
Welcome back, you turkeys.
Hello, Turkey Tots. Happy Tuesday. I don't know why I sang that.
Calling out to the turkey verse. Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay. So hey guys, obviously we're together still. If for those of you watching, my hair looks a little weird and insane because it goes with the flow of this episode today, which is all of the insane things that people say on the internet about our show.
I love the comments. I don't look at them often. You look at them more than I do. But it's just like it's fascinating how people take the time out of their day to post the most random shit. But
I knew
like
that
it.
the internet was a weird place. And for those of you who are listening who are like, why are you watching the comments? Because number one, we're brand new and we're starting out. And in the algorithms, it helps to be engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are writing stuff, I don't know that the algorithm really knows that someone put like, you smell or you're great. I think it just knows that there's interaction and that like can boost them putting you back in play more. So that's the first part of it, is I feel like it could potentially be helpful and we're trying to grow. But the second part of it is that I find unending pleasure in sarcastically / sincerely pretending to be sincere responding to people, because there are so many times a day at work where someone says something and I wish I could be like, you've got to be shitting me right now. But it's just been really fascinating as like a social experiment to see that people take stuff really personally. That's not personal because I don't know them at all.
Exactly.
And then it's been interesting that, like you said, people will literally take time out of their day to make a comment. And until we started doing this, I had not ever commented on a post on social media in my entire life, let alone on YouTube.
Same.
I don't even think I ever liked anything.
Same.
That wasn't a friend.
Mm-hmm. I'm notorious for just, oh, that's cool. And I just keep scrolling.
Me too, because I didn't understand what it meant.
Uh-huh.
And so like now I try to write positive things, but I'm like, you're taking time out of your day to write something. And I think my thing too is like, people forget that it's a form of art. Like, to be creative is vulnerable. So to like do something and put yourself out there is also being vulnerable. And it's not like we're out here posting like titty photos with filters. Like we've made a pact to be like, we're not using AI to type our shit for us. And we aren't using filters. I don't wear makeup. I know you guys are so shocked. And not that I don't take it seriously or want to put the time in, but I just want to be like a real person.
Agreed.
Because we could easily put like an AI background on here and make it look like we were in a fancy studio.
But instead you get this blank wall.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And if anyone's watching that consistently watches us, I think it's cooler to show them where you are. And obviously we've like upgraded our microphones and we want to have like a professional sound, and I don't want to just like flim-flam around. But I also don't want to fake it.
Yeah.
And be like, look at how successful I am, as I am not. And
I find it fascinating. It's like the internet, what are they called? Trolls. Where I dare you to say what you're commenting to my face. Please. I would love it, because you don't have the balls to do it. No. You know what I'm saying? If someone writes, you suck on a video, I'm like, oh, okay. But like, if someone came up to you and were like, bro, you suck in real life, that would be so extremely awkward.
I'd be like, I do. To my husband.
Oh my God.
How did you know? Were you peeping in my window?
I love how witty and sarcastic you are. I don't think that fast. That's great.
It comes from a pit of rage that never ends, called healthcare. But yes, that's the other part of it. So one facet is like, you would never go up to an artist who had hung up a painting and write, this sucks. But you would comment that on their painting online. Right. And I feel like it's so weird how removed we are. So basically what we're doing this may not be as fun if you're listening versus watching, but we've taken a bunch of screenshots, or I have, of our social media, and
We're calling you bitches out. I'm just
right?
kidding.
Except I shall not deign them with the
No.
respect of telling their username, but we will be reading them out loud, hopefully so that it can feel as awkward as it would be in real life.
I love this so much.
And it's absurd. It's like a study in human behavior with social
Mhm.
media of people, like, some people had some very strong reactions, and I was like, you guys, I'm joking. Or
Yeah.
even if I'm not joking, like, I'm allowed to have an opinion. It's not like I came over to your house and like pointed at your nose and said it was ugly.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the underlying theme of, we've talked about this, today's culture is taking things personally that were never meant towards you. I mean, if the shoe fucking fits, but no, just relax. Just relax. We're not talking about you.
know.
Just let people have their opinions and feelings, and don't.
Or just to explore things. It's like I can't
Right.
even ask a question. I've asked a few questions that have really triggered people.
Can't be curious anymore, Kaylee. You can't question things because.
And what's also interesting is if they were just questioning my questions, that also wouldn't bother me.
Right.
But when they hear my question and then they're immediately like, what are you doing? How dare? What is that? And I'm like, it's astounding.
Yeah, it really is.
So anyway, we're going to read these. I may set some of them up just to like imagine the scenario.
I like it.
But we have them on Kayla's handy dandy iPad, so we'll be reading them to each other and just imagining how absolutely ridiculous people are on the internet.
Here we go. Can't wait.
Okay. Let's just imagine you're sitting on the street somewhere.
Okay.
And I sit down next to you at the bus stop.
Okay.
The first thing that popped into my head is that your necklace is too tight. Okay, bye.
You mean my necklace looks like I've got a triple chin now? A triple chin?
Do you say my necklace is too tight?
God damn! You know what? Sometimes I like my necklaces tight. And of all the things you could have said about me, I mean, really, my necklace being tight is really not that crazy.
The best part for me was the okay, bye.
Yeah, if someone said that to me in real life, I'd be like, okay, bitch.
If anyone walked up to me and just made a random comment followed by okay, bye, and then just walked off, I would be like, what is wrong with you? There's no way this woman would have the balls for this. What helps is that her photo is super snarky looking, so she probably loves herself, which I'm glad that she does, but she really doesn't because she's shitting on everybody else. Can you imagine just walking up to somebody and making like a nonchalant comment about something they're wearing and then just okay, bye, and walking off?
No, no one does that.
This is the only one that ever bothered me because most of the things about looks are about me. And this one bothered me because someone could have said this about me and I would have laughed, but I got so mad that I had to take 10 deep breaths before I responded.
Thanks for being Mama Bear.
Yeah, I have no patience. What was really great about the YouTubers, though, is that 2 others got on here and basically told her she was very rude. And I am not going to respond rudely to people.
Right.
I'll just be kind of sarcastic, passive aggressive, which might be like Southern rude, but I mean, one lady said, "Ain't no way you're coming for someone else when you look like that, ma'am." So, I mean, the internet came back.
I love it.
Oh, this one's great. Kayla's gonna read this to us. Let me set the scene of the video for this. This was a YouTube short. Most of these all of these are on YouTube. I don't know what it is about the YouTube community. They're wild. Don't read it until they can see your reaction.
Okay, sorry. I was
Uh,
looking at his profile picture.
the Lord Jesus Christ, and boy did they not embody him. So this was on a video where I was talking about, it was our religion episode, and I'd cut a short where I basically just said that it feels arrogant to me to know that there's all these different translations of the Bible and all these different, besides just the Bible, there's all these religions, and then there's all these translations of the Bible, and then somebody on one corner of one road in one town thinks their teeny tiny view is the only right one. I just don't, that has not ever made sense to me. So that's what I said about myself, and here is what this lady heard.
Why does this person get to call my religious beliefs arrogant and narrow? Damn.
My initial response to this was, I don't remember ever calling your religious beliefs arrogant and narrow.
First of all, is this a woman?
Okay, so I assumed that this was a woman, but now that you say that, I think it's just because it's a very feminine oil painting of Jesus. That's her profile picture.
It looks like some like God wannabe guru guy. Anyway, that
Honestly,
is.
it looks like a CGI Jesus from
It does. It does.
War of the Worlds, and by that I
my
mean that
gosh.
other one that people play.
But again, you never called a person arrogant. You were just saying, yeah.
I said I feel arrogant. It
Mhm.
feels arrogant to me.
Mhm.
I'm careful with language
Yeah.
too, and I just thought this was such a good example of people hearing a personal attack in something
Yeah.
that wasn't.
I feel like people try to find things to them, then make them feel like the victim. I feel like we're in this like victimhood culture right now, and people like to pull things out and be like, "That's offensive to me," even though you didn't say anything offensive to that person. I think,
And it's also my experience. Like my experience from my education and the way that I look at the world, that's how I felt about it. I thought it was, I sat with this for a while and I actually went back with this lady back and forth sincerely, for real, a little bit, just to say, like, the purpose of the podcast and what we are doing is to have conversations and to ask questions and to be able to express how we feel, knowing that they could change. And then she was like, I find that hard to believe. And then we kind of went back a little bit back and forth. And then she like kind of was like, okay, well, I guess you are being sincere. And then of course she like, you know, wanted me to be washed in the blood of the Lamb. And that's fine. And I just liked her comment and then I moved on because I don't have to subscribe to her religion to respect it, but also like don't have a photo of Jesus as your thing and then be out to get people, because that was not his vibe.
True.
And then on top of that, I think this lady is walking around all day with a chip on her shoulder thinking everybody hates her for being a Christian. And the reality is that nobody cares. Or like 2 other people on the internet care and they're going to argue with her all day. But probably she walks by somewhere that says Happy Holidays and she was like, they didn't wish me a Merry Christmas. It's like there's people with other belief systems. Like no one's shitting on Christmas just because they say Happy Holidays. Last time I checked, Christmas is inside of the holidays that they're wishing you good tidings about.
Yeah, it's true.
That has always boggled my mind. It's like there's this new thing where if you don't say something, you're not, like the sentence that you said apparently has all this unwritten subtext that you meant.
Yes, which is 99% of the time not
No, it's like created by the framework of the person that's listening.
Yeah. Well, I get nervous to say the opposite. I get nervous to say Merry Christmas anymore because people are like, you mean Happy Holidays. I'm like, I'm sorry. I
think that's because you live in the blue dot of Texas, because literally I say Happy Holidays now just to be a pain in the dick and for people to say back to me, Merry Christmas, keep Christ in Christmas.
Well, okay. How do I? This may be it. I just have to say it. This may be a topic for another episode. I also get nervous to say yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Nowadays. Anyway, moving on. Keep going.
Oh, I got real nervy about that. Do you know what? One time I said the wrong one and they corrected me, and I said I'm sorry, and then corrected myself, and then we all had a good day.
Yeah. Hey, all for it.
And that was my favorite day, and why isn't that every day? Moving on. Somebody commented on one of my shorts, and he put low IQ activities. I'd like to first point out that he spelled activities ACTIVITYS.
Oh no. Oh no. That's so ironic and sad for him.
I know. Guy, I'm assuming this is a man. You're for sure this is going to be a shirt someday. I'm just going to put like nonsexual soulmates, and then underneath it's going to say low IQ activities. With a Y.
I love that.
If you're gonna call someone dumb, like fucking use spell check.
Yeah, don't be dumb by.
How many times has he spelled activities like this that his like phone or computer didn't autocorrect it?
That's valid.
That his phone was like, you know what? Yes, bro, that's how you spell it.
You keep that Y in there, buddy.
You have overrun the computer. That's how it's spelled. I can't help but share that I asked him back, what's a low IQ activity, leaving comments.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, this is another religious person.
Oh, this is a long one.
I can't wait for you to read this. This was unbelievable. This actually, I shouldn't. Some of these I'm a little worried that I might be making fun of mental illness, because they can go on the internet too, but just here.
All right. This is also from one of our religious shorts or episodes, I believe.
I think this was the same one, just where I was saying like, it seems like it could be narrow. It seems like there could be other options.
Okay, here we go. First of all, do you know she is basing this all on a Bible that was written by Satan herself? Satan? I believe she meant Satan. The devil's wife? Oh, do you think Satan is Satan's wife?
Oh, whoa.
Oh, we just learned something from this Karen. Okay, anyway. When you find the true Bible, it cannot be burnt, damaged in any way.
Okay. Have you encountered any of these people who think that the Bible can't be burnt?
Only on one funny meme where it said this woman's house got burnt and she died in it, and the aunt commented, "The Holy Bible didn't burn because it's the Lord's Holy Bible," and then the comments like, "Yeah, but Trisha still died." Oh my god.
I think I sent you that meme.
I think you did too.
I am obsessed with the fact that this lady was talking about it not being able to be burnt or damaged in any way. And I have a Bible that I read multiple times when I was reading a lot, and for sure, like, all the pages fell out of the binding. So I don't know if that's because I had the satin Bible or what's going on,
or if
here.
it's just man-made and will wear and tear. Okay, she continues and says, when you find the true Bible, it cannot be burnt, damaged in any way. It will give you what you need when it comes to drinks and food. Everyone will learn the truth soon, and that will shut her up, knowing the real truth and nothing but the truth. Angels live amongst us. Wait.
No,
angels live amongst ya. But so does the devil, Satan, and the Ghost Rider. If the angel of life, angel of death, and the keeper of the shadow realm wasn't alive for this dimension, you would all be dead. Here is the kicker, though. If the ones from dimension D1OTB die, every dimension dies in a time frame from 2 seconds to 2 days. Depends on which one gets killed first. Oh, man.
I just wrote back, thank you for your feedback, because to be honest, I just felt like it was not something I could engage in.
So we just talked about dimensions and soul lives and parallel universes with the Mandela effect, but I don't know what the fuck she's talking about with the dimension D1OTB. If anyone knows what that means, I'd be curious.
We should do like a follow-up research on D1OTB.
How aggressive.
And what's the best part about this, you guys, is that her photo is just her, like, with her head tilted, just smiling from ear to ear, as sweetly as can be.
How realistic do you think that any of these people's comments that we read back will then listen to this episode and be like, you suck even more now? I don't...
Well, these are all coming from shorts that
yeah,
are just getting randomly fed into the thing. So I don't know that any of them would have subscribed unless they're subscribing to hate on us, but I don't think any of them have repeat commented on stuff. I mean, also for you guys on YouTube, you can do something where you screen comments first before they're like posted.
Oh.
Or you can like have things flagged, but I've opted to be transparent and just let everything go.
Let it ride.
If somebody ever gets like real wild and I need to block them, I will do it. And I hope that doesn't happen. But it's also why we're not reading their names, because I'm not trying to start like a war where people order Papa John's to my house. Okay. I just want everyone to imagine that we're somewhere like, imagine that Kayla just painted a painting and it's hanging up at like her local art show, and some guy walks up to like her painting and looks at it and then just goes up to her and just goes, dumb.
I'd be so shocked in real life. I'd be like offended but shocked.
Or like tell me how your day is going.
Dumb. I caught the drift. Well, that's just
dumb.
There's like a in your face type of thing.
Dumb. You took the time to write dumb.
That's dumb.
I'm just hoping that for YouTube it just means that we got a comment on that video. So, I mean, I said thank you for taking the time to give us this feedback.
I love it.
No one's responding to my response.
No, okay.
This is another similar scenario.
Okay. So I'm assuming this person does not know us at all and watched one little snippet of something and said, not very good in my opinion. Might not be for me.
Why did that need to be a thing?
I feel like if our videos aren't for you, hey, no problem.
Just
move
scroll.
on. Move on.
Thanks for the view. Keep going.
Yeah, thanks for the view count is what you said. I love that. They all help us move along and pick up momentum. I love that.
Might not be for me. Not very good. Who says not very good? It's even one thing if you just said, it might not be for me.
Huh.
Even that I would be like, I still don't know why you took the time to write that, but that's fine. But it's very weird that you go to someone's art and their like creative work and go, not very good in my opinion. Can you imagine at an art gallery just walking around and be like, these aren't very good in my opinion, while the artist can hear you?
Yeah, hey, if it's not for you, then don't buy it. Just keep walking.
Yeah.
And you don't need to comment on it.
Like the artist is standing there in the reception and then you just go, excuse me, not very good in my opinion. Like, I also don't need your opinion. It's so weird. It's so weird. I want to know what these people are doing in their day-to-day life. Probably writing Yelp reviews. This was a really weird one because this guy's photo looks like a mummy. Like, it looks like he's wrapped toilet paper on his head and then, like, pulled little, like, eye holes out. So, like, his photo already really kind of scared me. Mm-hmm. And this was one where I think we did the Harry Potter quiz and we were talking about which house we were in. So I did, like, a short of that. Because, screw you, it's Harry Potter season. It's September. So this guy put, my little sister Harry is a Harry Potter fan and she makes me miserable. And if the guy writing this is, like, 13... it's completely different. If this is like a little boy, if I'm arguing with a little boy on the internet, I'm gonna feel pretty stupid. But
I never thought about it until just now.
I mean, I have it labeled that our videos are not for kids, so if their parents are letting them on the wild, wild web, I mean,
that's your problem.
But
just kidding.
If this is like a little boy complaining about his sister, that's fine. But like, based on the photo, I assume this is a grown ass adult man. So I told him that. Tell her we said, hey, she sounds awesome. And then he just wrote back, no, I won't. And then I was like, well, good deal. At any rate, thanks for the engagement on the short. We appreciate it. And he just wrote back, okay. Why would he write back, okay?
Maybe it is a little kid.
Why is he still talking to me?
Oh my god.
His profile picture is so scary.
It's so stressful.
It looks like a Saw character.
Yeah. I'm scared. Oh, that's funny.
It's so weird. Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, this was a video of me. Oh my god. A short of me.
Keely, I'm a little more sensitive than you were, and I'm really glad I haven't gotten a lot of comments. But like this one's really like Kenny got offended for you, and this was okay.
It's funny because this was one of my favorite comments.
I know, and it was funny because you think it's funny, but I would never just like laugh at it if you didn't think it was funny.
So I want everyone to imagine that I'm like up on a stage and I'm like reading a poem or I'm like giving a presentation that I may be a little bit nervous about.
Yeah, say you're doing like something on stage and I'm just an audience member.
Yeah.
Okay, so toodaloo.
So here's a story all about how my life got twisted.
Here's one thing you should try. Blinking. Oh my
god. You were blinking in all caps.
That's so mean. But like also who cares?
And then I said, is that why my eyes are so dry?
I can't.
I have more fun just talking about how funny I think I am responding to people.
Your responses are freaking the greatest.
Who goes up just... Can you imagine that? Here's something you should try. Blinking.
Hey, by the way, you could try blinking, sir, ma'am. Imagine someone on the street comes up to you and says that.
I never went back to look at it because I wanted to see if I actually didn't blink.
I didn't either. We should look at it.
I know, we should go find this one. I gotta go back and find it and see if I did blink. Maybe we'll put it right here. Maybe what I should have done is like reposted another video and just blinked a ton. Just been like, how's this guy? Hey, dude. And then like tagged him in it. That might be too far. That might be how to get someone to murder you. I don't know. It was so weird. Oh, it was so strange. Okay. Underneath one that I think I was probably talking about, the guy just wrote serious vocal fry.
So, okay, I've known you most of our lives, more of our lives than not.
I'm gonna Google vocal fry while you're talking.
Okay.
I kind of forgot the definition.
Well, I have never listened to you speak and thought vocal fry. It's like when you talk like this and you're just like so exasperated and you're just like,
I actually think this might be how I talk.
oh, really? Okay, go read it.
So he put vocal fry. Well, okay, he didn't put. The Google put. A way of speaking in which the voice is very low pitched and has a characteristic rough or creaking sound. But how is that your like fault? This is my tone of voice.
Oh my god.
Vocal fry is demeaning, condescending. They didn't spell that right. And aloof. Okay, this is not a real website.
Well, I don't think you have vocal fry, but
vocal fry is the lowest register tone of your voice, characterized by its deep, creaky, breathy sound. So I think that's when you go like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But sometimes like our intonation, like I kind of get like this and probably like get a little crazy. I think it's like this. I did it wrong the first time. I think it's like, you know, like
oh my God, I don't know what we're doing right now.
That's like Valley Girl vocal fry.
I just thought there was such a weird comment to just like stop and post about somebody. So I told him, it's my specialty. Thank you for noticing. No one ever notices.
I freaking love it.
I do think I maybe do that some when I'm like tired and then also grumpy.
I think sometimes when I'm thinking, I kind of just like...
It fades off into the distance.
Okay.
Oh my god. This one coming up is like this whole exchange where I talked about if you have a really expensive bottle of bourbon. I say that these don't bother me, but I know every instance they're from. I don't know what that says. So this was a short that I made, and we talked about like how if you have an expensive bottle of bourbon, people will go buy they'll go get like Pappy Van Winkle, right? And it's so hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And
never heard of it.
So it's very hard to find.
Okay.
And it's a whole thing, and I don't know. It's just like part of like bourbon lore now.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, like even just having an expensive bottle. We are just nosy. Like I was just saying, I don't get how you can have like an expensive bottle of bourbon and not want to try some of it.
Yeah, if it's that expensive, it's got to be good. I want to know.
Because I know these people that have bourbon collections, and it's just like shelves of bourbon, and they've never opened any of them. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because it's not wine. It's not like if you unpop the cork, it's fucked. Like you have to drink it.
Yes.
Because for this man's information, I got a bottle of wine when we got married that I think we're going to either save for our 10 or 20 year anniversary.
That's amazing.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
That's so long.
I know.
I
like to let it age. Mm-hmm. I found one that was supposed to be good for that. Anyway, but that's not the case with bourbon. So like you can take a little beep off the top and no one will die. So this is what this man had to say about this. Me wondering how people have this, like, I didn't even say self-control, but I was just like, how do you not want to drink it?
So yeah, you're wondering why
do you not
drink it? So he goes, because they have more self-control, aren't completely miserable with their life, and probably function properly without drinking constantly. Oh my God. Instead of asking why they don't drink, maybe you should ask why you feel the need to drink so much.
I don't know why trying a little bit of expensive bourbon somehow meant I was just a miserable fuck, and I drank all the time.
It's not like we're always drink. 95% of the time, this is tea for you.
I've had an alcoholic beverage on this show once.
Oh my God.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed that this guy thinks I'm miserable with my life because I had a question about how do people not want to try their fancy bourbon.
Oh my God.
So I said, oh, that makes sense. Thank you. One guy tried to tell me the more you drink, the less it ages. There's going to be a runner of these bourbon weirdos. So this would be this, I'm pretty sure is false, because bourbon, which a YouTuber comes in and like basically corrects this guy about later, but bourbon ages in the barrel, and then it's pulled off the barrel. Water is added to it to bring it down to the proof that they're aiming for, and it's bottled.
Water?
Yeah, because if like you have barrel proof, it's sometimes like 121. Like it'll singe the like hairs right out of your soul. Anyway, so I don't think bourbon continues to age in the bottle like wine does.
Right.
I could be wrong, but also I don't care. So he said the more you drink, the less it ages, which also that doesn't make sense. whatever. So
Because there's less liquid volume.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm just so curious to try it at all the ages.
That's so silly.
Like, I'm just gonna match dumb with dumb. I'm just matching energy out here. Then this guy gets like so serious.
I see bullet points. Okay.
Yeah, he had made me a numbered list. This guy had nothing to do. The other thing I think about is like, are people doing this from their phone? Because the amount of work it would take to type out paragraphs on your phone is insane.
Oh my gosh.
So this guy put, well, you can, but you will find out that it will be all gone. Cool, bro. I understand how drinking something works. Moving along. See, people who have these collections. Again, if you're gonna try to like school somebody, fucking
grammar.
Like, check for typos, guys. See, people who have these collections will have them for two reasons.
Wait, did he mean have to have?
I don't know, but he said have. Here's the two reasons. Number one, money, period. If it costs money to buy them, then the long time they wait, the more it ages and the more it increases in value. This aging thing is really, I don't think, real. I get that if you're collecting it, but also, I don't think rich ass people who have these like extremely insane collections are collecting them to make money. It's like a status thing.
Right.
Or a trade. Like, I do know like normal people that will get like bottles and they won't drink them so they can trade them. And those are also not who I'm speaking of.
And also, I feel like really wealthy people just collect things just because they can. So they don't need to be opening them and drinking them like that. They literally just do shit because what else they spend their money on, right?
Well, yeah, and I think it's to have the collection, which again, fine. But also, if I was that rich, I'd just buy 2 bottles and drink one and then leave one on the shelf. Okay, so let me finish with this list so I can learn something today. That number 2, special occasions. These people have discipline and will age their spirits until they can offer a drink as a gift. People know what an honor it is to enjoy a drink that has been waiting for this day to come. No punctuation.
That's why. Oh my God.
Like, again, I don't think that's real. But I'm not talking about saving something for a gift. If you just said, like, I'm saving this expensive bottle of bourbon so that I can give it to my son when he gets married fucking finally. Like, then I would say, oh, cool, that makes sense. But when you do it in a list and then you read it to me like an asshole, I just think that you're a dick. So then I said, because I have a problem, maybe I just need to win the lottery so I can buy 2 of the fancy bottles, one to satisfy my curiosity and the other for a proper collection.
Oh my God.
Because I think that made sense.
That does make sense.
Right?
Did he respond?
He did not like that answer.
Oh no.
He said it would not help. See, there's a reason why people are successful. They build discipline, and to them, it's never been about a drink, but everything else. This guy, because he's rich. You're poor. This is the best part.
Bro.
This is the best part, guys. Your poor mindset is why you will never get to enjoy a very expensive bourbon unless you develop the discipline to become rich. Winning the lotto is just one of many excuses people use because they are lazy. They know that in order to get where you really want to be, you have to actually work hard. But don't use commas, guys. You will not be successful if you use commas.
Oh my gosh.
But at the end of the day, I'm glad I could help you understand why rich men do not waste the bonuses of what they worked so hard to get. This guy like legit thinks that I'm asking for this information.
I can't.
Like, he thinks that he learned me something.
Don't mansplain something. Just kidding.
It gets better.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, so my sarcastic ass wrote back, this is how I wrote it. You should become a life coach with all of these golden nuggets of wisdom and knowledge. This is what he heard. You should become a life coach with all these. I can't even read this without being sarcastic. And then he thinks I'm serious. This guy probably has such a small penis, but thinks it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Here's what I live my life by, and you should too. Again, not using punctuation or capitalization. Okay. Each one teach one. And the world would be a better place. Okay, Gandhi. Dude, he stole this. The best part is that he acts like this is his like profound thing that he found out.
Watch, he probably took your comment and is like trying to become a life coach now.
No, he probably is, but I told him that I live my life by sarcasm. It brings me endless pleasure. Because at this point, I was just mad that he thought I was being sincere. And
It's still going?
It's still going.
I love this.
And then he said, well, then no one can ever take you seriously. And I just decided I had to be done at that point.
Oh my. Apple pie.
He was so... I can't believe he left me a numbered list. And again, I go back to, like, if you're trying to sound smarter than me, write better.
I know. Low IQ activities.
Low IQ activities.
Okay, I just read this real quick, and I know exactly which episode this is from. This is from when we said all the things that, like, probably that we do that annoy our husbands, right? Or
like jokey annoy our husbands.
Yeah, like, thank God we have husbands that love us for the weird, sarcastic, goofy people we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think, what was the example you gave?
That I'm, like...
Is it like your arm? Like, oh, you, like, stretch on Kenny and, like, dig your arms into him?
Yeah, it's probably so annoying. I'm so annoying in so many ways.
But... Oh, and when you do your shadow walking?
Yeah, but he loves me for it, but I'm sure I piss him off sometimes.
Oh my God.
And that's normal.
And then I'd said, I know Jason love hates my nicknames for him.
Yeah.
Because I have so many and they're so dumb. So this is what this lady heard.
She said, sounds like you shouldn't have gotten married if something as small as that is something he dislikes.
How bitter and sad and dusty is her vagina?
She's probably not gotten any. She's so sad. That's really sad, actually.
I don't even think she's flicking her own bean.
Oh my God, there's more. Okay,
there's more.
So Kaylee, I'm gonna just tell you, most of the comments, at this point, 100% of the comments are Kaylee, and I love it because you are sarcastic AF, and I'm not this witty. You say, well, and this is directed at you. Oh, fart. Well, I guess it's too late now. And then she responds again. Who is taking the time to even go back and then re-respond to your response? She said, no, not really. I give it 7.5 years max. So she's like putting a timeline on your marriage.
Yeah. On
when you're going to get divorced. Oh my God. And then Kaylee says, are we sure it won't be 7.3689? God, you're so annoying. I love it. And she said, it could be. You never know. Guess we will see how it goes.
Oh, she didn't say, guess we will see how it goes. She said, guess we will say how it goes. Because she didn't take the time to do spell check either.
God, people are crazy.
People are so nuts. How unhappy do you have to be to, like, wish someone a divorce?
And what kind of relationship did she go through where she thinks something that's funny, that's, like, somewhat annoying, is going to result in a divorce?
I know. Also, it's not like he's like, never call me that again. And I call him Popple, and he rolls his eyes, and we get a good laugh out of it. And then he calls me Dirtbug, and we don't get a good laugh out of it because I am secretly offended, and he knows it. So he only does it if I'm in a really good mood. Okay. Now we're just moving on to, these are less of, like, jabs and more of what's going on here.
Okay.
So this comment came when I posted a short making, like, I think we were joking about waxing versus having a full bush. And I think I was saying, like, whatever your preference is, like, you should just try waxing your butthole because wiping is great. And this guy did this whole long, I don't even know if I should read this, but I'm going to because it was so weird. The hair is there to protect your vitals, which those are not vitals. Those are sex organs, sir. And let a perusing partner know the female is of age to bear children. I just want this man to know that I'm not walking around like bush out.
Look at me, I'm of age with my hair.
You've already taken off my pants if you can see if I have hair or not on my vagina, so I don't understand. Like, you've already committed an illegal act if my pants are off.
True.
Also, like, if someone has developed boobs, they've gone through puberty. This guy clearly didn't take a sex ed class. Anyway, this is his theory, which if he likes hair, fine, but also I didn't ask. As a male, favorite start to every sentence. As a male, I can tell you that I'm ho. I am HO. I'm ho when a woman is shaved. It's a turn off. I'm ho.
Sorry. That was a laugh. Okay, keep going.
And he said, makes the woman seem too young or immature or something. Which, fine, if that's not what you're into, I think some of this is generational. Like, if he grew up watching 70s porn, that's probably what he likes. And I'm not trying to take that away from him, but like, we wouldn't be compatible because I don't like my front of my underwear feeling spongy. So, and then he said, also, what a person is attracted to is kind of out of their hands, which I totally agree. Like, I'm not telling him that he has to be attracted to my Brazilian wax. I'm just saying, like, I'm honestly just asking the world, like, what's your preference?
I don't want the stranger thinking about your Brazilian. I can't.
I don't either. So he's like, so I can't tell my wang to be attracted to shaven pubic areas. Also, your wang would not be, because that's like scratchy. That's why we're talking about the magic of waxing. And then it doesn't work that way. Like, I'm not asking you what makes your dick hard, guy.
Okay.
Just a little food for thought from a male's perspective. Not saying you're interested in a male's perspective on that sort of thing, but posting this video creates an open forum. This actually pissed me off, because then he thought that I was going to cop an attitude about his male perspective, which I did, but and not to him. And I ended up writing back to him like, no, actually, bro, like, the point of this is to create an open forum to have conversation. And to be honest, I'm not bothered by him having an opinion of what turns him on. I'm just bothered by him saying that he needs to see hair to know that a woman is old enough to bear children.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the whole point of it's a vital organ, or it's a vital area. I mean, yeah, back in the old days, in the caveman periods, you don't want some weird organisms crawling up there. Like, it's like your nose hair and your ear hair and your eyelashes and your eyebrows. Like, it does protect stuff, but we also are in the modern age of cleanliness and hygiene, and we don't need it.
And if you're having relationships with a lady and it's bothering her body, you need to clean your peener. Like, I don't know. Or like, what organisms are we talking about, bro? Crabs? Okay. Oh, okay. I can give you the backstory on this too. This is when we talked about like you having glasses, and you were saying that like if someone breaks into your house, the first thing you have to do is put on glasses, which I'd never thought of. Yep. This guy had some thoughts.
He says, glasses or no glasses. Oh, God. Okay. Glasses or no glasses, that's a man's job to protect, not yours. We not equal. If I'm your man, I'm going downstairs and putting my life on the line no matter what. As the leader of the house and relationship, I sacrifice my life for our family. All this bullshit women want to be equal in a relationship is just delusional. One person has to lead. Can't be two leaders. You agree? Okay, honestly, let me give my initial reaction. I do agree with that second part. I don't think men and women are equal. I think if Kenny and I were home at the same time, 1000% he's going to say, stay your ass here, go hide back in the designated spot we have to hide in. I'm going to go get this and like take care of the fam. But hodo, what if I'm freaking alone in the house? I have to prepare and think of all scenarios, mother trucker. Like, what if I'm home alone with our child? What if he's out for the night? And like, I also have to protect myself if he is not around.
Or what if he has a broken leg?
Or a broken arm? Or what if you're a single woman? What, I mean, maybe he didn't, I don't know if he went far enough to know that I am married, but like, what if I wasn't married? What if I am living alone?
I know.
So like, I do agree. I don't think men and women are equal. I think they are better at things, and I would love a man to protect me and not have to protect myself, but sometimes that is the only scenario.
He was so serious about
it. I mean, hey, like, wow. Like, yeah, but you also have to be prepared if you want to be a responsible person and defend yourself.
I think that it's your responsibility to be able to take care of yourself no matter what. Like, if you have a partner that wants to, like, bro down, if someone breaks in, that's cool, but also...
I would like to know that I can do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to live my life as a blob.
And I don't want to be completely dependent on a man saving my life. I'm not a damsel in distress. I will take it any day of the week if they are available. But like, what if they're not? I have to fucking figure it out myself. So I got to put my glasses on, and then I got to find.
It's
pew
also,
pew.
I mean, pew pew, but also part of it, we were just trying to point out how vulnerable that must be.
So that's the whole point of my story. It's like, okay, even if the man does, even if we were in a scenario, knock on wood, and someone breaks in the house, and Kenny's obviously going to go out and protect us, I still don't know what's going on.
Right?
And feel so flustered. I need to grab my glasses to be like, oh, what's happening? Like,
To know, like,
oh my god. To be able to even find my phone and dial 911, I need my glasses.
Yeah. So he had some real feelings. It sparked some real feelings in me. If you know me, I know men are stronger than I am, but I also think we can be equally capable at firing a weapon, because it doesn't take like you're just pulling a trigger.
Yeah,
like
that's
I
true.
can be trained to pull a trigger as good as a dude.
I can tell you, we are both way better shooters than a lot of the male population.
Probably.
Anyway.
So I was also just bothered by that whole thing. Now, if we're talking about like having to ground fight somebody,
Well, yeah, all day, every day.
like 10 times out of 10,
Yeah.
I'm not a jujitsu expert, so like I don't know the tricks to overcome someone's body size to do what I need to do to save myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's called like scratch eyeballs and like hit people with a lamp. But I also, at no point in the story that I was telling did I say that. I didn't even say that men and women are equal.
No, we never said
But
that.
his whole thing about like being delusional pushed me clear over the edge. So I basically just said, well, I can't speak for everyone, but we have multiple points of entry to cover and a pre-planned route for each of ourselves. Additionally, my spouse is not always home in the evenings or at night, and I found it better to be prepared than to wait around for a problem.
Boom.
Like, we both have a firearm on each side of our bed, bro. Mm-hmm. And we've discussed how to not make that friendly fire.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Glasses or no glasses. I'm sorry. You just really got on my nerves.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this one that's coming up is related to me.
Oh my god.
I think when I said I didn't like English accents, so to be fair, I was being like a little bit rude that day.
Oh yeah, okay. So this person says, I wish they said well, because that's what I want to say, but they didn't. I don't like your droopy eyes and bushy eyebrows and perma frown, not to mention your shifty attitude with like a bunch of sweaty smiley face emojis.
I like the
perma frown.
I do kind of have like a
that
like
means
a
permanent frown.
Yeah.
If anyone has a perma frown, it's me, because I got like, I'm starting to get some wrinkles right here, and whenever I frown, I'm just like, I don't have laugh lines, I have a frown line, because I'm always so angry. And I'm always judging people. No, I'm kidding.
And I think what I said is not that I don't like them and I didn't call them stupid. I just said I'm not attracted to British accent or Australian accent.
Oh, yeah, I do remember this one.
Because again, it's just my opinion.
Well, yeah, and he doesn't need to like your shifty attitude.
Yeah, like I don't need you to come over and lick my eyebrows. I was just saying that I'm not into like Australian accents.
What?
It's so weird how people hear something, take it personally, and then immediately lash out.
I don't get where he comes up with the shifty attitude thing.
I don't either, but I said I will now only describe my attitude as shifty. Amazing new adjective.
I love it.
I should put that in my bio. Oh, this guy was so weird. So I talked about how much I hated The Burn. No. That Big Lebowski.
I'm not following.
That stupid Big Lebowski movie. It's like an iconic movie.
What's it
that
called?
I think is stupid. The Big Lebowski.
Oh.
So I did like a short of that, and this guy's like, well, ... Yeah. I watched it 20 years later, ... And it was way funnier than Crazy Rich Asians, ... I'm just assuming that's your favorite comedy, and then a barfy face.
What? Have you even seen that movie?
No, I've never seen that movie.
Either.
And I so badly want to be like, well, I don't even know what that movie is. But instead of doing that, I just wrote back that my favorite comedy is actually The Notebook.
Oh my god.
And he didn't think that was funny.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a comment yet. I mean, like, if you're listening to this, you don't need to comment, please. But no one's commented on my obnoxious laugh. That is overtaking.
Actually, there was one that I didn't show you. So it was just me talking. because you know how, like, depending on the Zoom, you can only see one or the other.
Yeah.
So I said something at the very end of the video. You just are heard off camera cackling, and the guy was like, "That laugh though," and then had a bunch of laughy faces.
Okay, well, we don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it
so
wasn't like
it.
me, but somebody definitely was like, "Where is that coming from?" Because they didn't realize that it was like a podcast. So I think he thought there was just like a maniacal person somewhere off, like in the world, laughing.
Oh my god, that's funny.
I'm not going to read this whole ladies thing. I just wanted to remind myself of her. We did a joke about "I'll love you forever." That book. I love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. There was this really funny article that we found that talked about, like, the camera moving. It talked about, was it cute or creepy?
Mm-hmm.
And this person, it was like a jokey article, but they just said, like, if you kind of reread this and think this mom's a stalker, like, you can.
Yeah.
So I was just reading it to you to get your reaction, because you had literally told me that your pregnancy hormones were running at 1,000, and you'd cry, like, watching someone read that book in a short. So anyway, we were just laughing about this. Again, like, joking. I think it's pretty obvious that we were joking. We were just like, oh yeah, when you think about it, it's kind of bizarre to, like, go to someone's house that's an adult that's married and then, like, pull a ladder out and climb up to the second story and peep in their window.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, that's a little, you might want to see someone. And, like, I get it, it's probably an analogy, whatever. Who cares? If you can't just, like, understand. This lady wrote me this whole long thing about how I was missing the point of this beautiful book, and how her mother of 10 children sent her this, and it was this life-changing thing, and basically, like, she didn't know her mom ever loved her until her mom gave her this book, which is like, it's super sad, and it was really sweet of her to share it, but it was weird the way that she was telling me the story as if to teach me a lesson, because all of that was really, really nice until the bottom, where she says, so if you find this book to be creepy, I think that you are reading something into it that is not intended by the writer. Maybe you have had issues in your parent-child relationships, and I'm truly sorry for you. Doubt it. But to me, this is nothing more than the expression of familial love that is taught and passed down.
Bam.
And I was like, again, why are we trying to teach people life lessons on YouTube shorts?
Well, she shared her whole life story.
And her life story was really nice until she started telling me what to do with mine.
Damn.
Also, I want to be like, maybe what if I did have a bad parent-child relationship? You want to make me feel shitty about it? Oops. Feel shitty about it? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, because we can't make other people feel shitty, even though they're reading into it wrong, but they can make us feel shitty. Yeah. I think the lesson here is learn sarcasm, people. Sorry, I just got so angry for
and again,
nothing.
if she was just like, oh, that's sad that you feel like, even if she said,
yeah,
it's sad that you feel that way, this was such a memorable book for me, even if she, like, totally missed the point of the whole thing, it's just the coming back around and being like, there's something wrong with you for your opinion. That's, I think, to me, what was really just the kicker. Like, okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I made a video of myself in a parking lot, I think. I had driven my husband's truck to work, and it's really big, so I made a video of myself being like, I'm in a big truck and I feel so cool. And, like, I was literally sitting, like, stopped, parked. I was not driving. It really triggered this man.
He goes, here's an idea, dipshit. Put your phone down and drive the truck. Damn.
I know. This was one of our first rude comments, and I had a little bit of feelings about it. And then I was like, actually, this is going to be a great opportunity to have fun with my life.
Oh my God. I love your comment. The reply is, was in the driveway and in the parking lot at work. But yes, thank you for your concern for the safety of my husband's vehicle. Nice.
Yeah, then he wrote, that's all that matters.
Ew.
So, ...
I'm
sure he has a really happy marriage. That's all we have.
Oh, that was fun. And
I think this needs to be like a quarterly event.
Yeah, these are great.
Because people are never going to stop.
Damn.
I mean, at some point I'll stop reading comments and I'll stop responding because we'll have enough where, like, I won't be worried about the algorithm and I'll just let the YouTubers argue with each other. But
it's fun right now.
This is my takeaway. I have a weird ear and I have a shifty personality. And I participate in a lot of low IQ activities. But in honesty, I don't think maybe people on the internet don't realize that like spoken word is still an art form and like a creative venture.
Mhm.
So maybe they'd be less shitty about it.
Mhm.
Like if someone puts, I don't know, but probably if someone puts their painting online, they're probably still like, that looks like dog shit.
Mhm.
But it's so weird to me that people will take time out of their day to write something hateful. And what life do you live that that's what you're doing?
I honestly feel like just the people that unfortunately make these comments to anyone, whether it's actual art or just a podcast or whatever it is, like I just feel like they're unhappy and they just gotta let it out on somebody.
I know, it's so weird.
Dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I could like think about it and probably have empathy for them, but I don't feel like it right now. That's weird. And then the excessive thinking that when I talk about myself, you think I'm talking about you.
Yeah, that's it.
You personally that I've never met before. I'm speaking to you right now. This is specifically to you. Like even if I said that, even if I was like, hey, everybody that likes purple has an ugly nose. Like
Mhm.
even if I said that to you on the internet, I still don't know who you are. I'm not like, hey Becky, you're a piece of shit. Like I don't.
Yeah.
And then if Becky were to write back, why are you being rude to me? Well, then that would be normal. But then
Yes.
everybody else being like,
Well,
my best friend's name is Becky, and this really hurt my feelings.
yeah, exactly. I just think people are soft these days and they need to not read into every little nook and cranny.
This has been a great social experiment. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for the comments. They're fueling my sarcasm and wittiness responses. I'm sure we'll have more, and I'm gonna save low IQ activities forever. Forever. I didn't realize until today that they spelled it wrong.
Me either. Low activities. Thanks, friends. And hey, but you know what? Whatever the comments may be, what do they say?
All press is good press.
Thank you. Couldn't think of it.
And we've had some really cute, like really nice comments.
Yes,
that
thank you
have
for
also been
those.
very sweet, and I just didn't read them because it's not as fun to make fun of them.
But we appreciate the nice comments too.
And the likes and the views, even if it's not for you.
And the shares and the subscribe. So hit that and smash that like button and push that subscribe title and
Subscribe title.
We're really good at this stuff. But yeah, I like that. That was my spokesman pitch.
All right, well, Kayla and I are still together, so y'all are not here, sorry, but until next time, we do love you and we thank you for listening, and thanks for the comments.
Love you, bye.
We got more low IQ activity for you next week.